Hi, I'm Kevin Roberts, and welcome once again to my show. So, raise your hand if this sounds familiar. You get super pumped about a new goal. Maybe it's a side hustle, or finally starting your novel, or just hitting the gym at 6 a.m. If you're like me, you buy the gear, you tell all your friends, and you even start strong. And then motivation vanishes like a donut at a Weight Watchers meeting. Why does this keep happening? Well, today we're diving into the psychology of stuck, why your brain sabotages follow through, and how you can hack it. So, buckle up, we're about to get you unstuck. So, first of all, you need to know this your brain, my brain, plays dirty tricks. It's, first of all, prone to something that I really struggle with the fresh start fantasy. Well, how do you get tricked? I'll start my diet or workout or study plan on Monday. Reality, Monday comes and you feel the same as today. You don't want to do it, except now you've wasted time. Why does this happen? Your brain loves symbolic new beginnings, new year, next month, after the holidays, because they feel like a reset button. But motivation doesn't magically appear. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Life is not a video game where you can press reset and just start over. Another dastardly way your brain tricks you is with what's the point? The what's the point spiral. You don't have a plan, you don't know the steps. Science tells us that this confusion or ambiguity, because you don't have a plan, triggers the amygdala, the fear center of the brain. As far as the amygdala is concerned, no plan equals panic. So here's an example. I want to write a book, but how? Brain goes,
Abort mission. Abort mission. Danger, Will Robinson.
what's the fix to all this? Well, first of all, break it into stupidly small steps. Like write one sentence that feels doable. The famous author Ernest Hemingway said that the way to write a good book is to start with one sentence, work on that sentence, make it really good. So, stupid small steps. By the way, I'm a big fan of the philosophy, highly effective Japanese philosophy of continuous manufacturing called Kaizen. Yes, that's the word Zen. Break tasks into small baby steps and think through, write them down, the baby steps, write them all down, and then do one of those steps every couple days and then add a new one, right, in a predictable pattern. It's important to write them down, maybe put it on the refrigerator if you want so you can see it. By the way, please don't procrastinate on hitting like and subscribe right now. By doing that simple thing, you can help other people get unstuck too. So, in terms of stuck, there are basically three types, and I'm going to tell you how to fix each of them. First one I like to talk about is the shiny object syndrome. This is for your serial starters. You start projects, but you don't finish them. The root cause is dopamine addiction. Planning feels like progress, but it isn't. You have to recognize the trap. You see, your brain craves novelty. Dopamine hits come from new things, novelty. I've done a video on dopamine. I'll put the link below. You can check it out in greater detail. So, anyway, you overestimate how much you can do and you underestimate how long things will take. You, if you're like me, confuse planning for something with progress. So, here are two fixes. Pause before chasing the next thing. Ask yourself, is this moving me toward my real goals or just feeding my distraction habit? Also, and this is important nowadays, practice pre commitment. Delete apps, use focus mode, or like I do with my friend Doug, bet $100 that you'll finish something. I established accountability partnerships with many writers, and we check in about writing commitments. Like I'm going to write 5,000 words this next week is a common one. Second type of stuck is the perfectionist paralysis. This is for your overthinkers, like my friend Doug. Root cause of this is a fear of failing, and that equates to never starting. So, how do you do this? Embrace the cringe. Post the imperfect reel. By the way, when I started this YouTube channel, I did not have all the right equipment, lighting, mics, bells, and whistles, but I decided to embrace the cringe and just start making videos. The first video I put out had a lot of problems, but I kept putting them out and I'm fixing the videos and making them better each and every time. Embrace the cringe. Third one is the overwhelm black hole. And this is for people who get burned out. The root cause is too many choices equals decision fatigue. So, how you fix this is the 5-second decision rule developed by Max Robbins. So, just count down when in doubt: five, four, three, two, one, and pick any step and start it. So, what we're doing here is we're weaponizing psychology. So, here are a few extra steps that force action. One that I love, and so do a lot of English teachers: the Odysseus Pact. Tie yourself to the mast like Odysseus did to resist the sirens and not give in to their seductive song and end up on the rocks. So, schedule workouts with a trainer. The pain of losing money is greater than laziness. I'm a writer. My Odysseus Pact is I drive to the Detroit Institute of Arts 30 minutes away, and I kind of am trapped there. I go to their little cafe with my laptop and I can't escape. And it also helps that I'm surrounded by people onto whom I project pretentious lovers, and my internal shame forces me to be productive. I also use the diarrhea method. Yep, that's what I call it. I just start writing whatever comes to mind and I let it flow without judging myself. Believe it or not, it's pretty productive and effective. I have written 6 books. The next trick is called the identity shift. Stop saying, I'm trying to write, and tell yourself, I'm a writer. Your brain believes it.
Yes, I do.
Actually, when I'm at the DA, I take breaks by going to the galleries and telling myself that I'm an artist of the word. And the paintings actually inspire me to do this. By the way, DIA, Detroit Institute of Arts. Another method that's really great is the Jerry Seinfeld method. You get a big calendar and it's called the Chain X method. And every day that you do your goal, you put an X on the calendar and you can see it. So let me give that a little more detail here. So choose a goal, pick a specific task you want to do: writing jokes, exercising, coding, writing 1,000 words, whatever. Get a calendar. I like it physical so you can see it, a big one. You can use digital too. And every day that you complete the goal, put an X on that day. And by the way, the bigger the better. So don't break the chain. The goal is to keep the chain of X's on the dates growing. Breaking it does create guilt, and actually, the anticipation of guilt helps motivate you to stay consistent. So, sort of from a science perspective, this works because there's visual motivation. And seeing the chain grow reinforces commitment. And as I said, guilt avoidance. The fear of breaking the streak keeps you accountable. And then there's the small wins. Daily progress builds momentum over time. So, boom. If you follow these methods, you're 83% more likely to follow through. By the way, don't try to get unstuck alone. Find a buddy to do this with and work on it together. Vitamin C, C stands for community, is powerful medicine. Consider getting this great book I'll put on the screen now. It's called Smart But Stuck. It's by a friend of mine, world-class researcher Tom Brown. It's geared towards people with ADHD, but it's a wonderful read and very helpful to all of us. Tells us how the brain works. So look, stuck isn't a moral failing. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Your brain is simply wired to conserve energy, but you can rewire it. Pick one hack today from this video, and if you fail, good, because that means that you started. Now go make the future you proud. And by the way, you'll make me proud if you hit subscribe and like right now. And I'll tell you what, if you really like this and you really want to help the world get unstuck, share this video, the link on your social media. Thanks so much, and come back again, because I'm out to make the world happier, healthier, and more productive. And I'm leading by example because every video that I create is an issue that I personally struggle with. Thanks for your support.